Hey, it's me, the Cartoon Intellectual, and today we're talking about something very, very special. Regular show, 25 years later. Well, let's hop right to it. After the bittersweet finale fans of Regular Show received, they assumed the phenomenon and story arc was finished. But late March said otherwise. Popular comic company Kaboom released a teaser for Regular Show 25 years later, a 6-part series. One odd tidbit that I actually noticed was in the teaser cover, you can actually see Thomas at the bottom of the cart, while in the actual comic that I bought, Thomas is nowhere to be found. So, what could this mean? Could this be some conspiracy? I don't know. Now they're trying to give us feels. In the first title card, we already have Mordecai and Rigby taking a picture with their family. Start off the comic, adult Rigby is going on a spill about some guy named Lord Cleanbone. Shortly it pans to the two friends wrapping up the story to the entire cast. And to my surprise, they kick off the story arc to Mordecai and Rigby saying the exact thing they said in the final as their last words.
I can't believe it's been 25 years.
Yeah, I wish Pops could have been here to see this.
Well, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have this.
Yeah. Hey, do you think those old video games are still in the shed?
Get out, for old cart's sake.
Watching the finale, I actually realized this was a reference to one of the older episodes.
Now let's pour one out on the hood, for old cart's sake.
Word.
The two compadres run into Benson and he needs help fetching ice. As the two walk, they reminisce over how they had so much fun with their adventures. Then it looks like Mordecai and Rigby think they're young again, because then they start thinking, well, let's get ourselves into an adventure. Pretty much as soon as Mordecai and Rigby go into the alleyway, Mordecai gets robbed. Then we're luckily reintroduced to Mordecai's wicked sense of sarcasm. That guy stole your wallet. Did he? I didn't notice. Wow, that was a horrible impression. Anyways, Mordecai and Rigby quickly realized they messed up. Then they get harassed by a talking hotel, and obviously they freak out, and they get the heck out of there. So naturally, they hunker down in a restaurant full of sentient refreshments. So the Cuffs start harassing Mordecai and Rigby, telling them to stay so they can hand them over to some person named the Viceroy. Okay. So this little dude pops out of nowhere and tells Mordecai and Rigby to follow him and vamonos out of there. And the short stack introduces himself to Mordecai and Rigby. He calls himself Alberich. I'm probably butchering that name so badly. So Mordecai and Rigby ask Alb, yeah, I'm going to call the little guy Alb, where they could find ice. Rigby adds on that he doesn't want to embarrass himself and Mordecai in front of the kids because they don't want to look like slackers when they're adults. And Alb's like, oh yeah, I have kids too. I totally get you, man. Then Mordecai and Rigby, like any parents would, start bragging to somebody else about how great their kids are. And then they're like, oh, Alb, what about you? How about your kids? And Alb's like, oh, my kids are evil. And they're like, oh, okay. And Alb's all like, oh yeah, I got an idea. I know how we can get that ice for you guys. And they're like, oh, sweet. How can we get it? Alb says, oh yeah, that guy up there, Jim. Jim has ice. Then Mordecai and Rigby revert back to their 9-year-old selves as they question how Jim makes ice. Spoiler alert, it's a poop joke. So Mordecai and Rigby sneak up on Jim and they snatch some ice cubes. And Mordecai and Rigby diddly darn mess it up because Jim wakes up and like any normal ice ogre would, he freaks out because they're stealing his poop. And then Jim decides to shrug it off. Honestly, Jim doesn't get paid enough to deal with this crap. Mordecai and Rigby gladly bask in the fact that they have gotten back into their old shenanigans once more. Alba's in the back snickering as Mordecai says he'd give anything to be young again. Mordecai, you're an adult. You shouldn't be this stupid. Then Alb's face turns into an evil grin. Well, this can't be good. Oh crap, this is like the perfect moment to be a cool narrator. The next morning, Mordecai and Rigby quickly realize something is wrong as they have de-aged back into their 20s. Go to break the news to their family, but surprise, their family isn't there. All that is there is a free-flowing note. You notice from Alp, so I'm going to try to do my own little version of what I think his voice would sound like. Here we go. Dear Rigby and Mordecai, had a great time last night. So glad to hear you'd exchange anything for your lost youth. I decided to go for your children. Seems pretty fair. Best Viceroy Alb. The dude you hung out with? Yeah, I'm the Viceroy. Surprise! P.S. Got your kids too, Rigby. As Mordecai and Rigby are wigging out, Skips walks in and asks if they struck a deal to be immortal. All Rigby and Mordecai can muster out is a slight no, and Skips replies, "Oh, that's too bad." And well, that concludes the first issue of Regular Show 25 years later. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, maybe leave a like. Heck, maybe even subscribe if you're feeling it. Either way, if you did enjoy this video, please comment below. And if you want to see a part 2, just tell me. There's 6 series to this baby. Well, I hope I see you guys next time.
Jolly good show.